In Reifnitz, in Worthersee in 1988, they unveiled the Stone Golf, the Stein Golf. And it's a pretty much life-size golf, just like this one, carved out of a car-sized piece of granite. And here in the museum is, oh, I don't know what scale this is, like a remote control car's scale. It's granite and it's really freaking heavy. We are inside the Stiftung Museum. Stiftung. We're inside the Volkswagen Museum here in Wolfsburg. There's two museums. There's the big fancy glass one, and there's this little one, little low roof. You pull up outside, the side is tiny. But if you do come to Wolfsburg, you've got to make sure to come here. It's really cheap. It's about $5 or $6. If there's a group of you, it might be as cheap as $4. It's an absolute must do. The other one has more of the fancy, this was the first, this is the greatest. This one is the weird and the wonderful. So for nerds, this is where to come, absolutely. Right behind us here, these are prototypes that were maybe never produced, although there is a 1984 Jetta over there, which is very similar to what you're used to. We're gonna take a really fast walkthrough. The displays and the exhibitions rotate. This is the Scirocco GT24 that was unveiled in Worthersee on the main stage about 12 or 13 years ago. Because right now it is the Scirocco and Corrado special event. So surrounding all of us here is just, twin-engined Uchinger Sciroccos, race Sciroccos, wide-body Sciroccos, and guess what we found in the Corrado exhibition? One of the two Magnums. So the two Magnums were produced as prototypes to try and go into production for the station wagons. Unfortunately, Volkswagen didn't decide to buy the rights or the production, so the company that produced them let them sit. My customer John found both of them, bought them, stuck them away in a warehouse. They were not allowed into the USA. The US government ruled that these two examples, the only two ever made, were not compliant, so they were put on the banned list for America. John reached out to me, long story short, I found the history of the car, the day they were born, I got the government to approve them for age related, and then brought them in a container to America. John decided to sell them. This is the standard version, and this came back to Europe. So it now has a German owner, and it's currently on loan to the museum, and it's kind of exciting to see it again. I really am excited. The other version has Recaro aftermarket seats with big leather bolsters, electric LS model, LX model, don't quote me on that. This one has the standard Corrado 16-valve or G60 interior. There's tons of stuff. I'm not going to go into everything, but how about a factory Corrado, anyone want to call out one of one? Who knows? We don't know. It's a Corrado convertible, it's here, we can touch it, although it is a museum and we have our security guard behind making sure we don't do any burnouts or anything. We just stopped. We were doing 130 miles an hour for the last 2 hours. The 3D printing very prototype bracket broke after 2 hours. Seriously, 130 miles an hour. Now we got nothing, but right now, the very final production version. So we're gonna install this right now, get back on the road.
Yeah.